Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
Today, we are cruising into an all-inclusive, extra luxurious adventure.
And we're going to find out how to build good credit.
Plus, the management of and risk assessment for ovarian cancer. Important health news for all you women.
So let's get started right now. The Balancing Act begins right now.
Imagine taking that dream vacation, the one you've been looking forward to for years. And best of all, you won't have to worry about a thing. Literally everything will be taken care of. All the conveniences of home, but in extreme luxury. Oh, and did I mention you'll be traveling lavishly on the high seas to amazing ports of call with exquisite cuisine, spectacular views, and incredible entertainment. Okay. Sign me up. Here to tell us more about how you can cruise into your next adventure is Regent Seven Seas Cruises President Andrea DeMarco. And later, we're going to hear from a very cute couple who has experienced firsthand all that Regent Seven Seas Cruises offers. So stay tuned for that. Welcome.
Hi, Olga. Such a pleasure to be here.
I'm so excited you're here because since I was a little girl, we always went on cruises with my family, my parents, my grandparents, my brother, so I got fond memories. But cruising has changed a lot, and it's still something that's very aspirational, it's very attainable. It's really a great way to see the world, right?
It's the best way to see the world, and I'll tell you why. First of all, you unpack and pack once, you get to see multiple destinations in one vacation experience. The value for a cruise is spectacular.
It really is.
With us, everything's included, and you know what? It's a great way to travel for special occasions with family, right? And you get to see over 500 destinations we sail to. Pick where you want to go.
Now, we have a lot to talk about in terms of everything is included, and I'm telling y'all out there, everything is included. But living here in South Florida, you know, we're the gateway to the Caribbean, the port of Miami. We're very blessed to have that here. Tell me what sets Regent Seven Seas Cruises apart.
So we have been in business for 30 years, building 30 years of unrivaled experiences, and we are the most inclusive and leading luxury cruise line. So there's nobody like us. And when you think of those inclusions, you're right. Everything's included. You don't have to worry about a thing.
For example?
So first off, before the cruise, you have business class air on intercontinental flights. Business class air, that's right. Then you have a pre-hotel night stay, free Wi-Fi, free valet laundry, free transfers to and from the airport, and best of all, free shore excursions. Over 2,000 to choose from. In every port of call, free shore excursions.
You take care of all that for us.
Everything.
Okay, tell me more luxuries, because I know there's more.
So when you think about the ships that we have, we've got a fleet of 5, right? And we have a 6th ship coming, Seven Seas Grandeur. She's going to be here in November in Miami, debuting for the first time. You'll have to come see her.
Hello.
Yes. And when
my producer's saying I'm going too.
Okay, come.
Oh, you want to go with me?
Everybody can come. Everybody can come. We'll make it a party. But what you can expect when you come on the ship is lavish space, right? Everybody wants space. All of our ships are suites and they're balconies. So you get to view the world from your own personal balcony, take in all those views around the destinations that you're visiting. And think of this, we have the largest suite. It's called the Regent Suite. It's over 4,400 square feet. With every luxury included in it.
That's bigger than my house.
I know, and it has its own spa area. So you can have unlimited spa treatments in this spectacular space.
And I heard in that area, I think there's a butler.
There is.
Really?
Yes, a butler, and he'll even unpack for you.
No.
And repack you.
So really, everything is taken care of for me. There's no thinking along the way.
Dining is taken care of. All of your beverages and fine wines are taken care of. You name it, it's included.
What I personally like about these ships is that they're very intimate. I think that's a good word, but yet spacious.
No, absolutely. And so while they are the perfect size, only 750 passengers, that's the largest vessel that we have, but we have unrivaled space at sea on board.
Now let's talk about food and drinks, because they are always a priority. Number 1, number 2, food and drinks. Tell me about your offerings.
We all need to have amazing cuisine, and our ships deliver just that. So we have an Epicurean Perfection program, and it's not just the 5 top-class restaurants that are on board the ship, but we want to immerse you to have that culinary experience in the destinations. And guess what? We have a culinary arts kitchen on 3 of our ships, so you can take a cooking class while taking in all the views around you. We have everything from authentic Italian cuisine to French cuisine. We have a beautiful steakhouse on board, Pan-Asian. You can have a little bit of everything, including fine wines and spirits.
Oh my, Fantastic. Okay, another thing that's very important to me and the girls, destinations. Talk to me about where we can go, what we can see, and what we can do.
There's so many, so you have to cruise every year, multiple times to get them all in. So besides the Caribbean, living here in Miami, you can go to Asia, right? So I'm going to be traveling to Japan soon, and so that's spectacular. Australia, New Zealand. All over Europe, the Mediterranean, Northern Europe. When you think about closer to home, you can do Canada, New England, and even Alaska, which is spectacular.
My brother did that cruise like 25 years ago, and he said it was phenomenal.
It is phenomenal. And you know what's so exciting for us is that we're bringing the world's most luxurious ship into Alaska this summer for the first time. So you can see Alaska, but in luxury.
Oh my gosh, we're going to become BFFs. Okay, speaking of BFFs, we have this beautiful couple, Irv and Becky, and they are loyal Regent cruisers, and they just toured the Caribbean on the Seven Seas Splendor.
Beautiful.
They want to share their experience, and I think they had a fabulous time. You ready?
Let's check it out.
Let's do it.
We started 13 years ago, our first trip, and it was to celebrate our birthdays. Since then, 13 years, what, probably 2 cruises a year?
Yeah,
About
at least
2
two.
cruises a year.
At least 2.
Absolutely fabulous.
We get aboard, we treated like kings and queens.
The best part of the trip is the ship. And I mean, the food is exquisite, the pool.
The service, the ship, the mattresses, the help in the cabin, the butlers. It's just fantastic. And what I like most about the ship, it's first class. They dress the part. I'd say the value for your money is what suits me the best.
My favorite thing about Regent, you get everything. And it is the service, it's the friendliness, it's the luxury. There's no comparison to any other kind of vacation. I can't even imagine doing anything but Regent once we started. It's the total package in every way.
Oh my gosh, they really enjoyed themselves.
They had the most amazing experience.
I hear there's artwork also.
There is. So we have a multi-million-dollar art collection. And when you think of the new ship we're launching this November, Seven Seas Grandeur, it's not uncommon to walk on our ships and see Picassos and Chagalls, right?
Really?
But on Grandeur, we have the first Fabergé egg designed specifically for Regent Seven Seas Cruises that's going to reside at sea.
Okay, so you're going to Asia soon, right?
Yes.
How is that going to be in terms of doing all those destinations over there as well?
I know. So what you can do is, and we'll provide this for you a lot of times, is you can extend your voyage, right? So if you're going to take the trip and you're going to go all the way to Asia or to Australia, you can do a pre or post land program, right? So you can take more time to see the destinations that you're enjoying.
All right, so I'm going to be calling you soon. And I may be going to Asia because I have a new BFF and taking my family to Alaska.
Let's do it.
I'm loving it. All right, for our viewers who'd like more information and to really book that cruise right now, where can they go?
So they can visit the website. It's rssc.com/thebalancing-act. And what we're going to do is for all the Balancing Act viewers, those who are first-time Regent guests, we're going to give you a special offer, $250 shipboard credit to use on board your cruise. And you have to book by May 31st. And to do so, you can either go to the website or contact your travel advisor, and you have to give them the promotion code BALANCE.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Have a fun time in Asia.
Thank you.
And I'm thinking of Alaska.
All right, we'll see you there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. And if you want more information, you can also just go to our website. So easy, thebalancingact.com.
Well, having good credit is important, but building good credit can be challenging. There are various factors, including credit cards, that can affect your overall score. We're continuing our financial series with Continental Finance Company President, Mr. Steve McSorley, who's back with ways to help us achieve our dream credit score. Thank you again, sir, for being back with us.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. Look, there are so many consumers out there who are wishing for the American dream of home ownership, but they've got some issues when it comes to financial freedom. How can you help them?
For those consumers that struggle to either obtain or build upon their existing profile, the easiest way to do so is through the use of a credit card. Today, credit cards tend to be the easiest form of credit to obtain, especially when compared to, say, a mortgage or an auto loan.
Well, now, will any debit or credit card suffice?
This is where I tell people to be careful because not all transaction-based cards are the same. And what I mean by that is there's fundamental differences between, say, secured cards and unsecured cards versus, say, prepaid cards and debit cards.
Okay, what are they?
When you look at a secured card, it's different from an unsecured credit card in that it requires a form of cash security deposit. Now, that cash security deposit can be returned back to the consumer at a later date if they decide they want to close the account down and pay the balance in full. Now, secured and unsecured credit cards are similar in that both of them are credit. Both of them report to their credit reporting agencies, and both can help people to establish or build upon their credit profile.
Okay.
However, you now have prepaid cards and debit cards on the other side. Neither one of those are credit.
Oh, wow.
They don't help a person build their credit profile. Prepaid cards and debit cards also have an added risk that, say, credit cards don't have. If you look at debit cards, for instance, they're typically tied to a consumer's checking or savings account. If that debit card gets compromised, what happens is that money starts coming out of the person's checking or savings account that might otherwise be earmarked for things like their rent, their car payment, their groceries.
Gas and electric.
Absolutely. You know, you take a credit card, for instance, the risk of loss for fraud is borne by the bank that issues that card. That's why I prefer a credit card to a debit card. Now, prepaid cards also have risk. There's not even a name on the front of it that identifies who the owner is. So if that card's lost, it's no different than finding loose change on the street.
Wow. Well, you know, if prepaid cards and debit cards really don't help with your overall credit score, why are they so popular? Why are they being pushed so hard?
I think a lot of people that use them are just risk averse, meaning they don't like to spend any money more than they have. That's commendable. My sense is they should apply that same discipline that they have on a debit card towards a credit card where they can either establish or build upon their existing credit profile.
Gotcha. Any final thoughts?
For those consumers who are fortunate enough to obtain or build upon their existing credit profile, this is the first step on the path to financial freedom. In the next part of our series, we'll examine the effects of building a strong credit profile, including significant financial savings that consumers, including your audience, can enjoy through the use of responsible credit.
And if some of our viewers wanted some more information right now, where would they go?
They can visit us at getasurgecard.com.
Getasurgecard.com. Thanks so much, sir, for being here with us again today.
Thank you very much.
If you want more information, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll be back right after this.
Breast and cervical cancer might be more prevalent, but ovarian is the deadliest gynecologic cancer, affecting 19,000 women annually. Now, even if initial clinical assessment of an ovarian mass is benign, there is no way to know for sure that a mass is not cancer. Previously, physicians and patients might have felt that the only way to be safe when a woman presented with an ovarian mass was to remove the ovaries. But there is now a non-invasive test that's truly making a huge difference. Aspira Women's Health CEO Nicole Sanford and also gynecologist Dr. Gerard Riley are here with more. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right, I know we're going to get to your personal story, and thank you so much for being here, Nicole. But doctor, let's first talk about the importance of early detection, which is huge, and the challenges with it.
Well, sure, early detection is important for all cancers. So for breast cancer and mammograms, that has changed over the years. There's now a newer pap smear that's better for cervical cancer. But in reality, the diagnostic tools for ovarian cancer have not changed throughout my entire career. And many times the decisions, especially for a woman with a mass on their ovary, is driven out of fear. Fear by the patient that this could be an ovarian cancer, and fear of the physician that it may increase his risk of missing an ovarian cancer if he doesn't take it out. And so it can change what surgery they do. And for the gynecologist, the easiest thing is just to remove that entire ovary and many times drive that patient into an immediate menopause.
Nicole, let me bring you in. Tell me your story and what happened. What did you feel?
Kind of starts back in 2016 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was lucky in two ways. First, we found it early, and also I had the type of breast cancer that responds well to certain medications that prevent recurrence. So I took that for a number of years. When I went off that medication, my uterus started doing very strange things. So we ultimately decided that the safest approach was to remove my uterus. And that started this, what I call the slippery slope of fear. Which was, if we're going to do that, we might as well take your ovaries. You have, higher risk because of your breast cancer. I was the poster child for surgical menopause within a couple of days, really. I was in, severe hot flashes, night sweats, anxiety, depression. Really, I was a mess. And now that I've told my story a few times, I find out that we all know someone with a similar story. And the story ends with, oh, I had everything taken out, and thank God there was no cancer. But I'd like to get to a point where we say we don't take things out if there's no cancer. And that's what we're really trying to do here.
Doctor, so what options are there? Because obviously early detection is key. Let's talk about these options that you were talking about now regarding a test.
We do have a new option based on the test that's been developed at Aspira called OvaWatch. And this test is not for screening. This test is for decision making when we find out that a woman has a pelvic mass. And in Nicole's case, one of her ovaries was enlarged. I'm sure when her doctor looked at her case and said, well, you've had breast cancer, now you're having bleeding issues, one of your ovaries is enlarged. What about the risk for ovarian cancer? Maybe we better just get everything out of there. And as she said, within 3 days, instant surgical menopause, which is by far the hardest menopause to manage and the most disruptive for so many women's lives. So now with this OvaWatch test, for someone who does have a mass, we can assess the malignant potential of that mass.
So Aspira is one of the only companies in the world that's focused exclusively on diagnostic tools for gynecological disease. And we started with ovarian cancer largely because, as you said earlier, it is a particularly deadly disease and very, very difficult to detect for a lot of reasons. So this is our test, OvaWatch, that we launched in December, is based on 20 years of research and data science. It's very exciting to bring a new test to market that allows doctors and patients to make decisions based on data and information and not on fear. So this test is now available for any woman who has an adnexal mass.
So, doctor, final thoughts. If a woman knows that she's faced with a ovarian mass, how do they ensure themselves to get, the best option for them?
Well, I think, in reality, a third of women at some point in their life will be told that they have an ovarian mass. And some of them are clearly benign, some of them are clearly malignant. So the first step is usually to do the ultrasound. So those two are the easiest groups to make a decision on. But the group in the middle, which is the vast majority of them, have a mass that is a little bit borderline or indeterminate, as we call it, and to try to make an objective decision. And that's really the advantage of the OvaWatch, is you can do this test. And if it's someone who just started law school or has young children, maybe just got a promotion at work, and the timing isn't great for surgery, even though she's going to need surgery, she's not feared into stopping her life and proceeding with the surgery and possibly losing one or both ovaries. And the doctor isn't worried that he's missing a cancer and being cavalier letting this patient wait, because that's what she says fits her life.
So important. Nicole, I mean, we can't go back in time, but we certainly can look forward, right?
Right. Listen, there's no villains here. Doctors have had the tests and the tools that they've had. But happily, we now have better technology. So I've made it my life's work to make sure that this technology and technologies like it for other gynecological diseases are available to women and to healthcare providers. I guess it's the mission that I was driven to as a result of my story.
Nicole, for our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
Well, first and foremost, they should talk to their doctors. If their doctors are not familiar with the test, or if they want to learn more, they can go to our website, aspirawh.com.
Thank you. Doctor, thank you for the valuable information, and good luck to you. Thanks for everything.
Thank you so much.
All right. And if you'd like more information, as always, go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll be right back.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstakes giveaway.
You've got to play to win.
That's right.
Stay safe, love that family of yours, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.